Hey everyone, my name is Shai. I am the sales executive in Salefreaks. I've been asked by the people from Upgrade My Income to create a video tutorial for their clients, specifically for the ones that are interested in testing out our software and later on onboarding. We have a pretty unique software in a way that we know how to combine a research software and create, or more exactly, optimize the results. I'll just start by explaining a little bit about the dashboard here. This is the main view of Salefreaks. Obviously, I'm showing you guys one of our test accounts. This is an account that I opened on the 1st of October, and so far it's doing okay. I mean, started from zero feedbacks, 200 item limit, sorry, 10 item limit, but after calling eBay, it received a 200 item limit, and I've been deploying a strategy for beginners. So the main agenda here is obviously not to create a high margin profit on a sale, but rather promote the amount of sales. You can probably see that the SCR is exceptionally high, and the average profit order, which is the APO, is outstandingly low as well. You might also ask yourself why in the last 7 days I made $9.16, but in 30 days $1.46, because obviously I sold a few items at a loss in the beginning. Specifically, one item was in a significant negative profit because I didn't ship it out in time, and I wanted to fulfill the order. It's very important at the beginning to fulfill all orders, have a low amount of returns, and also have a high sell-through rate. So I'm gonna quickly dive into the other settings because I don't want to dwell on the strategy right now. I just want to explain the more the technique of how to configure the settings initially, and then how to use ShipDropper in a best practice, and how to use our listing wizard and locator. So I will go to the settings area, which is under the settings tab, global settings. Here you can pretty much configure everything you want to set about the account. Um, so we're just going to start with the quantity. By the way, here, if you have multiple accounts, once you add more accounts on the main dashboard, you will be able to configure each account separately, of course, by your standard. So it starts with the quantity. Obviously, my quantity is one now because I am restricted for 400 item limits on eBay. By the way, I should definitely give them a call and try and increase my limits to 800. I'm talking about a span of just 2 weeks of work. So I mean, you can advance pretty quickly if you sell a lot. So just a general tip for users that are beginners and don't come with a large eBay account already. So that would be the quantity. Handling time would be probably one because I want to do everything fast, fast and free shipping. Profit range. Here it gets a little bit more technical and interesting. So the way Salefreaks calculate the profit range is that we have by default 10% eBay fee. That's not something you're going to see on the settings. It's something that is built in, and we recognize your eBay selling fee, whether it's 10 or actually 9, based on information we pull out of eBay. And then there's another field after that you can set your PayPal percentage, because obviously it varies if you're in Israel or in North America or in the UK. And after taking into account the eBay seller fee and the PayPal fee, then comes the profit range. So my profit range right now is from 2 to 8%. I will admit I started from 1 to 7%, but I kicked it up a little bit just to make a bit more profit, to stay within reason. And here you can change default to. This would change from the next items I'm going to list, and I can also change all items, which are going to change future items that I'm going to list and the present items. Moving on to smart pricing, that feature is not available right now. Minimal monetary profit, this is to set a certain say dollar value on each sale you want to create. I do not suggest this for the beginners. And unless you have a working dropshipping account that you're used to make, let's say 50 cents at least at each sale, I do not recommend touching this, because this will obviously override the percentage, and we want the percentage, the repricer, to work as best as possible. Just a clarification, I'll go back to the profit range. The profit range is a variable between a certain percentage, like right now you see between 2 and 8%, and it's based on both Amazon sampling and eBay sampling. So not only we pull out the data from Amazon, right, as every software should do, we also test or sample the competitors on your categories with the item specifics that we have, UPC, title, all sorts of other variables, and then we set the price accordingly, undercutting them. That is our strategy. Oh, sorry, I went a little bit up. All right, moving on to the template. Template right now that I'm using is the default one that's available on Salefreaks. You can check that under items, templates. You can change your template. You can add a new one. You can edit the current one. You can edit the new one that you add. You can do a lot of things there. I currently use the default because it sort of works great, and I have no issues with that. Total number of images to upload. This is a new feature we just added. This feature you can set up to 12 images. What it basically does is, let's say there are 5 images of the item showed on Amazon. We're gonna pull those five images and paste them automatically as it is set right now on eBay. However, if you want to get all the 12 slots available on eBay, we're just going to duplicate some of those images and create some sort of collage, and then you will have 12 images on eBay. Some, there is a certain thought process that it helps promote your listings. Personally, I haven't tested yet, but it's worth a shot. Definitely worth a shot. Everything that you can promote your account a little bit better than the other guy will help you. PayPal Get Balance. This is for the users that are using the automation. This is the PayPal. You can purchase gift cards from us. I'm not gonna dive into that. It's for the subscription of the automated ordering. PayPal Mass Pay, this will be relevant if you have Mass Pay, you know what I'm talking about. PayPal purchases. This is the PayPal address that is shown on it's connected to your eBay account and verified. So if this doesn't show up on your settings, you have to insert your PayPal address that's connected to eBay, or else none of the listings will go on eBay, and they will just keep on failing. So be sure to see that your PayPal is updated correctly here. PayPal fee per transaction. This is where you define your PayPal fee. So like I said, for Israelis it's 4.4. In the States it's in North America it's 2.9. In the UK maybe some other percentage, but you need to check in help section with PayPal for your agreement with them. Moving forward to the shipping policy, here you can have here there's two options. So one option would be fast and free. Fast and free is basically composed of one business day of handling and expedited shipping. If you combine those two, then you will create the fast that you will get from eBay the fast and free sign. and obviously it helps a lot promote your listings. If I do advise to use this specifically if you're only doing prime items. I'm sure like most of you guys are only doing prime items at the beginning, because that's the safe way to go about it. And the other option, if you're not using Prime or you just don't want to commit to fast and free, you can change it to standard shipping. Standard shipping will change your shipping policy in the business policy on eBay from expedited shipping to standard shipping. The difference is expedited is 1 to 3 days, standard is 3 to 5 days, and obviously with standard you do not get the fast and free. So therefore, I do not recommend the standard package, but rather than use fast and free package. Shipping price for expedited shipping. Obviously, if you choose fast and free, you can also charge for expedited shipping. I recommend not to charge for expedited shipping at the beginning. Only later on, if you want to try and make some margins on your shipping, then you might be interested in this. But then again, eBay buyers don't like to pay for shipping. They rather pay a little bit more for the item. Shipping price for overnight shipping. This is a default feature. It's $24.99. Obviously, you can change it. It's basically 1 day shipping, and it's available on Prime mostly. So you don't need to worry about this. Shipping to a PO box is currently enabled in my account. Actually, I don't know why it should be disabled. So let's go ahead and disable it. Reason why it should be disabled is because Amazon doesn't ship to certain PO boxes, and for example, right now, Salefreaks will allow me to sell an item to a PO box, and then Amazon can go ahead and say, hey, we don't ship this item there, and therefore the order will be stuck. I'll need to cancel it. It doesn't look good on eBay. Um, there are ways to bypass that, but that's more advanced techniques that we will probably explain later on. Return policy is 30 days. 30 days complements the return policy on Amazon Prime, so I suggest everybody set it to 30 days. Sale tax table is if you're selling in the States. Obviously, you can collect local tax if you have a registered business, but I'm not going to get into this more than that. Amazon vendor type. Here you can choose which type of Amazon you would like to use. So the options are Prime Only, Prime Priority, and Best Offer. The differences here are Prime Only, straightforward, you're only using Prime items, you're only sourcing Prime items. Prime Priority says, find me Prime items, but if there is an item that I can profit from and it's fast shipping, let's say anywhere in the area of up to 5 to 6 days, or yeah, 5 to 6 days, add that. Add that, sample that, and that's going to be my source. Best Offer says that disregard the Prime, just search for best prices available on Amazon, whether it's Prime, SBA sold by Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon, or Marketplace. Just choose the best price available. Now, in terms of shipping time, that you're obviously asking yourself, hey, but maybe there's a good offer available, like the lowest offer available, but it only ships in like 3 weeks. We have a certain formula that doesn't allow for items that are being on average shipped more than 7 days. So you don't need to worry about that, although you will be working with third-party sellers that do not fulfill through Prime. So this is not recommended for beginners as well. Amazon add-on items monitoring, this should be disabled unless you're already selling add-on items and you're familiar with this. Then you can probably enable it, and you can probably also aggregate it, because you need to aggregate at least $25 of add-ons in order to create a cart and ship them out. Prime fulfillment type. So this is an option just to exclude a certain channel on Prime. I don't recommend touching this, just leave it as it is. Vendor markup. this area applies specifically for tax issues. Now, what's the tax issue? Right now, Amazon is collecting tax in all the states in the US, except of the ones that are tax exempt, which are like 2 or 3 states, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, the average tax is 5% up to 7.5%. And I set it on 4 because I don't want my sold by Amazon items to be priced higher, and I also have, don't forget, I also have 2% profit range, so I might lose on a certain sale a few cents, but still most of my items will be priced well. FBA and marketplace, I do not place break-even percentage there, meaning I don't increase the price of the item before the break-even formula. Before, again, explaining this again, SBA would be that there is an item on Amazon that is sold by Amazon and costs $10. The 4% markup will make the product cost $10.40. After that, we apply the eBay seller fee, the PayPal fee, and the profit range. All right? Without that markup, in FBA, for example, there's only going to be the eBay seller fee, the PayPal fee, and after that, the profit range. All right. So I hope everybody understood that. Moving on to minimal negative profit. I said before I had a few negative items in profit. I set it up to $10 that I'm willing to lose money, but I guess most of you guys can just have it at 0 or $1 or $2, you know, if you lose on a sale. Actually, if you're willing to lose on a sale at the beginning, for just a few cents, then maybe you should place it on $2, just because the item will be stuck. Sometimes if the item is stuck, then it might be out of stock or the price might change. And that's a real bummer, because then you're probably going to lose more money or lose the sale itself if it's out of stock. Auto order bundling method, this is disabled just because this is a small account and not selling many items right now. Maximum AO delay time is also not really relevant because this is advanced features. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this. By the way, this little help button, this is any question you have for our technical support team, you can use this and open a ticket with them during the day hours from Israel. It would be 8 to 5. They're available on chat, and later on they're available for